Hello, Leo. How is your day going?
It's really good. Actually, I woke up kind of sick today, but don't really mind. Some mild symptoms, sore throat,
Yep.
headache, all that kind of stuff, but it's fine.
Stay with me. Sore throat, nose starting to go as well. No headache yet, though. I don't really get headaches. But let's see how this goes. I mean, we're both men. A little cold won't stop us, right?
Yeah, there's worse stuff.
Easy. Yes, yes. Okay, so the reason I invited you on is because I saw a nice win from you in the freelancing campus. Could you explain what that was about?
Yeah, so basically, I joined the real world and I was like, okay, I want to make some money, but I didn't want to expose myself too much. I didn't want to be like the kind of guy that only does, all those kind of stuff, those social media. He's just posting stuff, and I didn't want to do that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and said, okay, I want to do either e-commerce, Amazon FBA, stuff in the e-com section. But then I said to myself, okay, basically I do not want to do that either because I don't want to start off with my own money. I want to get other people's businesses and kind of manage it. So basically what I did is I turned up to some local businesses and said, listen, I know you only do business to business. I know you're probably not making that much money, but here's my offer. Let me sell online for you. And out of every sale I get you, I mean, like, you're not losing anything. I'm just giving you more money. And only thing I ask you in return is give me 50% of the profits. And he was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then every product is retailing for 160, and I get half of it. So that's like 80 bucks, 80 Brazilian real. It's $20, something like that. I'm not sure, but.
And how is that scaled for you?
Well, I haven't tried to scale it much, to be honest now. What I'm trying to do is get an audience and then sell it to them after. What I'm doing now is running ads to a website, and I'm doing some organic posts too with other people, not me. What I do then is I create this audience. I basically get their info through email, Telegram, and WhatsApp groups, where I'll basically give them daily content, and in this content I'm basically making them more excited to buy my product unconsciously. So in a month or so, I'm looking forward to opening my cart to buy my products. This product right here, it's a nootropic. It's supposed to help with everything basically. It's supposed to help with cognitive functions, everything basically, from looking younger, from having more energy, better brain power, everything basically. So I can basically sell it to almost everyone. Every public, every audience, from entrepreneurs to older people to, I mean, it's a evergreen product. It's amazing. I'm really happy with that, and I got some wins, but it wasn't my intention at all. I was looking forward to testing the creatives, and some people bought. That was pretty cool. I got like 49 sales, which was pretty interesting on my ad creatives, which.
And that was purely for generating leads, not even selling yet.
Yeah. I just had like
Yeah.
landing page, and then I had like the option to buy, and they were like, oh, okay, let me buy it. And I was like, what? It wasn't even my intentions, but.
Okay, so even unintentionally, what are the figures you've made from it in those 45 sales, was it?
45. Yeah, so I generated over like I don't know much because I only my profits get into my bank account. So what I made, I know, is 2,000 euros. That's like 10 grand in Brazilian real. But overall, 2K for someone that was making like 350, 400 a month as a painter before was pretty good in a week.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so give some perspective then. You say in a week. When did you join the real world?
On the 24th, I think on the 24th of March. I'm not sure. Let me just check, just to make sure. I have it in my real world bio. So actually 14th.
So almost a month ago, not quite yet a month. You've already generated 2,000 euros in that month.
Something like that, yeah. 1900, 2000, not sure.
Nice. So you say you were earning 350 before joining. So what were you doing, and how different is your average day now compared to before joining?
Well, basically what I did was painting with my dad. So he's a painter. Just pulls up to houses, paints the house, gets some money for it. I mean, I think that's a pretty good job, to be honest. It's better than freaking sitting in an office all day. Gets you less money, but I think that's better than the average 9 to 5 job. So for me, it's either this or being a painter. Either doing online sales, online businesses, actually running businesses, than just getting a 9 to 5 normal job. And my mom's pretty pissed off at this. She was really pissed off at me because she really wanted me to go to uni, go to school, finish high school, go to school, blah, blah, get a doctor. I was like, never. I would rather work with my dad as a painter forever than getting this depressing ass life. Never. So my option was this. I either live this life forever or join the real world. And because I was working from around 9 to 5, that was basically my work routine. I had some breaks in between, which were pretty long in my opinion, but yeah. I had these breaks, and in these breaks, I would basically just watch Tate's content, all that kind of stuff. And I actually watched Tate for a long time, before he even blew up, maybe like October 2021, something like that. So I've been watching him for a long time. And the reason I didn't join before was because I wanted to get more confident in myself, to develop myself more and not just make money, right? So I want to develop myself more. When I was ready to join, I joined, which was less than a month ago, 26 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Developing yourself more meaning what?
In every single way. I want to get more social skills, to get stronger, fight better, everything beside money.
Do you think that was the right move though? Because you learn all of that within the real world as well.
Yeah, I agree. I did not know that, right? So Tate would always say, like, we're going to teach you how to make money. And to be honest, if I joined 1 year ago, I'd probably be a millionaire by now. But, it is how it is.
Mm-hmm. Just, we'll be 1 year delayed, and we'll still get a millionaire in a year anyway. How old are you, for perspective?
I'm actually 18 currently.
Nice.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Doing a lot for 18.
Dropped out of high school too. My mom was pretty pissed off at me.
When did you drop out? At 16? Or when?
On 12th grade.
I don't know what age
12th
was
grade.
that?
That's like one year before finishing high school. So it's 17.
Oh, 17. Okay. A year ago. Got it. And what the decision that was, as you were saying before, he just didn't want to follow that path. He wanted to build something.
Yeah, I was either like, listen, I'd rather live on $20 a day than just get a normal garbage job where I work from 9 to 5 in an office, just doing garbage stuff I don't like. It's not for me at all. I would rather go ahead, make some money, or not make money where I don't have to worry about money at all. Right? I mean, like I'm just basically getting enough money to survive, and I'm not trying to afford any luxuries. If that makes any sense.
Got it.
Either that or too much money.
In the month that you've been within the real world, what campuses have you actually gone through, considering there's more to it than just freelancing from what you said?
Yeah, I've watched almost every single one besides stocks and crypto, because I'm not interested in investing right now, nor day trade or none of that kind of stuff. So if I want to learn how to sell, I basically got to learn copywriting too, right? So I watched a copywriting course. I watched the whole e-commerce course because it's basically going to tell you how to set everything up. I watched the personal finance. To be honest, out of all of them, the personal finance by Arno and Tate is basically like the best one out of all of them. Because once you understand this, you're going to be fine. It's basically going to tell you the logic behind money. It's going to tell you how to start a business, how to confront certain circumstances, how to basically run a business, right? Once you can translate that into anything, if you want to do Amazon FBA, dropshipping, own brand, all that kind of stuff. So to be honest, the personal finance, the HU 1.0, the first HU videos were, to be honest, like the most important for me, the one that taught me the most, because in that way I learned how to sell, to be honest, like that was the logic behind money. I don't know if that makes any sense. Tate used a pretty good analogy that money is like water, right? So it's always flowing. And if it's not going to you, you just got to figure out how to get in the middle. those kind of stuff, how money works. And once I understood that, I was like, okay, let's get into the right stuff. Whether it's I was an FBA, blah, 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 I knew I was going to do well. Didn't matter what I was going to go into.
Okay. So in terms of what you've learned, how different is all that information that you've seen compared to what you could have found on the internet?
Well, to be honest, I believe everything you can basically find on the internet. But the whole reason why people buy courses, why they want to be taught, is because they want someone to guide them, do a step by step, and someone that has authority. I mean, you can pretty much look up on the internet how to fight, but that doesn't mean much. The information is the same as a trainer would teach you, but it's not the same thing, right? You have someone that's actually guiding you, can ask questions, it's definitely not the same thing at all because of that. You have someone that guides you, have a step-by-step process, and most of this stuff, for example, if you want to look up on the internet how to do sales or how to do paid ads, you're going to have to watch a bunch of videos. Some of them people don't know what they're talking about. Some of them might give you the outdated or wrong information. So it's kind of a mess. Is it possible? Yes. Is it worth it? No, it's $50. Come on. Anyone that isn't living in Tanzania should be fine paying $50. Come on. I live in Eastern Europe now where the minimum wage is like freaking $350. And I could pay for it. I mean, like now I can obviously pay for it, but $50 for you to actually learn, where the only thing you got to do is just execute it. It's absolutely worth it. The only reason why people don't make money is because they're not actually doing anything. You can look at all the people that aren't making money. Okay, how many people did you call? How many ads did you write? How many websites did you how many websites did you test? How many products? They all did nothing. So out of all the people that joined the real world, the ones that didn't succeed is because they didn't act. Because you have everything. All of the actual steps are laid out, and if you didn't have success, it's because you didn't do it. You didn't do what you were taught.
Mm-hmm. Right. So in your case, what was the biggest challenge you faced when you first joined the real world?
Well, to be honest, the biggest one I faced was actually believing in it, because I was like, no way people are gonna buy this. Like, come on. And it kind of demotivates you, right? Because once you're putting your time into like a whole day, 18 hours into something, sleeping like 2 hours, and you're not even believing in it, that was like the worst phase of it. But the moment you get your first sale, okay, if one person bought it, other people are gonna buy it. You know, other people are interested in this kind of stuff. And then also, the main thing that boosted my confidence in actually selling is seeing the other people. I mean, like, there's some French dude, Garau, he's making 20 grand a month with only one Shopify store, if I'm not mistaken. I was like, damn, this guy makes money. It's possible, right? It's not just some random talk. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it might not be possible. Once you actually see people making money, and once you get your own personal experience that people buy, it's incredible. My main trouble, having confidence that it actually works, that people actually buy. But once you understand that people do buy, once you understand that if people are spending money, they're buying stuff, and they're not just buying your stuff. You just got to figure out how to tell them to buy yours.
So did the Wins channel help at all with showing that it was possible before you made that first sale?
Well, yes. The thing is, I didn't look at it before. I just joined, watched courses, started making money, started working, and then later on I started talking to the chat, looking at the wins. I was like, damn. I didn't look at the whole thing. I just joined and watched the stuff.
So even without engaging with the community, you had already started making money?
Not really. I started working. I started working, but not making much money at all. The moment I actually started looking, the moment I started looking at the wins, talking to people, one of the captains making 100 grand a month, and I was like, damn, bro, that's really cool. There's no way I'm gonna sit here just not doing any work. If there's people making real money, why would I not be able to do it, right? So.
Right. Okay. So what would you say have been the 3 biggest lessons you've learned from your time in the real world?
All right. So basically, the number one thing I learned is to always approach things from a position of power, right? So if you're doing an ad, you gotta approach it as a way of, okay, listen, this is gonna be the best thing you can do because it's going to be good for you, and I have the best product. If you don't approach it that way, people are going to be like, oh yeah, whatever, just one more guy. But the moment you approach it from a position of power, people tend to buy way more. And it basically also applies to everything in business. You kind of it applies also to getting deals with other businesses like I did. If I didn't approach them like, listen, I know you're not making any money, but because I have the power to get you more sales, let's do this. They agreed. If I approach it like, yeah, man, maybe I make some money to you, maybe, let's go. Perhaps, like this kind of stuff. So the moment you approach it as a position of power, the moment you approach everything in a position of power, you should be fine. Another thing I learned too is not to waste any time at all. When I actually started working, I started asking people in the chat, blah, blah, blah. And the moment I actually deviate from making money, from asking real questions, they're like, just get back to work, bro. And I was like, damn, these people are 100% focused. Like that's something that the average person doesn't really get to learn. Everyone's just chit-chatting, like, oh yeah, how's your day, blah, blah, blah. Just shut up, get back to work, bro. But like people just waste too much time and everything. Oh, let me just watch some video, sleep a little bit, eat something. Oh, I'm just gonna throw out the garbage, clean the house, get back to work, stop working a little bit, go to the bathroom. People don't do anything. And the moment you realize that the competition is basically super weak, it's very easy once you realize that the competition is weak. Most of the people that are actually out there, out of the 8 billion people, there might be like 10k people that are actually focused doing stuff. 10k, I mean, that might be a lot even. Most of the people, I mean, like, there's no other way to see it, but just NPCs, they're not doing much. They're just waking up, looking at social media, going back to sleep a little bit, go to the bathroom, eat something, go to the job. They don't even do their jobs properly. They just go there, sit up, talk a little bit, write some emails, have some meetings. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So once I joined the real world, everyone's 100% focused, working all day, no garbage, working. I mean, like, if you do that all day, there's no way you're not gonna make any money. So that was one of the other things that really inspired me to do a lot of work. Once you're actually around people that are 100% focused, you're more motivated to make more money. That sets the norm. If you're only sitting around people that are just waking up, watching some TikTok, garbage, that is normal for you, right? That is okay. That is okay behavior because everyone's doing it. But once you actually start getting around the good people, once you start going around the people that are actually 100% focused on the same mission as you, and they set the norm. Okay, it's not okay to waste time. It's not okay to do this. Then it changes, right? Because I think humans are adaptable. They adapt to what's okay. I mean, some societies, it's okay to be cannibals. For us, it's absolutely crazy. But because it's a norm for them, it's fine. So I believe the moment you actually change your environment, who you talk to, who you watch, I mean, that is really important. Yeah, the third one, I mean, it really has a lot of logic. There's a lot of stuff I can talk, but the main thing I learned is this: approach things from a position of power. Don't ever be, this might not work, blah, blah, blah. Because if you're approaching stuff that doesn't work, like maybe as long as you're doing something that is certified to work, as long as you approach it from a position of power, you should be fine. The third one, bro, maybe. I mean, I can basically teach. I can basically say the third one, but I'm trying to summarize it. The third one, I could basically just say, oh, okay, yeah, just make money, or how to run ads, how to sell, all that kind of stuff. But I think I wanna let me just summarize it into something that's really good to understand. Yep. I think the third one is this: try to understand how your business works, and if people aren't buying, it's because there's something wrong with it, right? So once you understand this, once you understand that your business is just basically people that they're supposed to buy from you, and online, when you're online, people are supposed to buy from you. They're there to buy from you. If they entered your store and they didn't buy, it's because there's something wrong with it. So I see a lot of people, I got 1,000 clicks, no one bought. Imagine 1,000 people going in your store and no one buy it. There's something wrong with it. And once you understand this, you can basically go ahead and layer it out. Okay, what's wrong with my website? Did someone click on my ads? If no one clicked it, there's something wrong with my ads. Got to check it out. People click the ad. No one went to the website. What's wrong? Are people not getting redirected to the correct website? Or once they get to the website, what's wrong with the website? Are people not buying because? I mean, just go ahead and underlay it, right? So for every single problem, you figure out what's the solution for it, and then you can basically install all the lessons that are taught in the real world. How to sell. I mean, if your website isn't getting conversions, it's because it's not convincing. So you got to figure that out. You got to also figure out how to reassure the customers, because one thing I realized is people, they just make some whack ass website and expect people to buy or give out information. People are not going to do this if they don't see you as an actual legit business, all that kind of stuff. So you gotta understand how your business works, and if there's an issue, just try to fix it. Don't try to fix it all. Just try to fix one issue by issue. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then apply the lessons you learn in the real world. For example, the copywriting stuff. Copywriting, you can basically use copywriting and use it to sell your service, or you can actually learn copywriting and use it in your own business.
Now that you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading in 6 months to 1 year?
Right. So basically, what I'm looking forward to do now is to sell to this leads I built up, to this list I built up, sell to them. Once I sold to them, I should expect to make big money, because until now I got like 5,000 leads. They're all really engaged with my groups, my emails, good opening rate, all that kind of stuff. So I expect a huge conversion rate. Even if like 500 people buy, my profit is like 90. So I mean, I should make big money from this. And once I do that, I'm looking forward to doing more direct response marketing instead of building an audience and then selling to them. So more like, okay, ads, website, and then buy. But first, I want to make some money so I can actually invest in ads. Because if I get those 2,000 and put it all in ads, and I don't sell or sell less than I had, I mean, that's going to be an issue. So I'm looking forward to sell to my audience, sell to my leads, and then after that, scale it big, scale it to maybe 500 sales a day, 1,000 sales a day.
Okay, very nice. Now, a question outside of the real world, would you have anything to say for what kind of an impact Tate has had on you personally?
Well, to be honest, I see Tate as like an older me, because all the kind of stuff he preaches is basically just obvious to me. Like, yeah, women are weak. Yeah, blah blah. Yeah, you should work hard. Yeah, blah blah. I mean, when people all those kind of controversial things he says, people just get really pissed off to me. It's just basic. It's just common sense. So most of the stuff that Tate actually had an impact on me was putting it out into simple words, and it actually being funny, it be entertaining, and actually changing the way I think towards the values. I think that's it, right? Values. Basically, putting it into correct words, not just having it inside your mind, actually thinking about it and actually developing it. For example, one of the big talking points of Andrew is being against the vaccines, and deciding for yourself, not being forced to take anything. And that's one of the things that my parents are super big on, right? So I've never been vaccinated against anything at all. I'm born in Germany, so that's a communist country basically. So the schools are suing them, my parents, and all that kind of stuff. So all of the talking points that Tate has, it's basically already inside of me. But what he did was actually explain it into good words, so I can actually explain it to others. So before Tate, I would basically, okay, I agree with you, but I couldn't explain it. So that's basically the impact he had on me, to explain it, and what's the word, to explain it, to have it in simple words.
Okay, now for my final question. For people who are still unsure about joining the real world, you've been in it for a month, you've accomplished a lot. So for those who are thinking it's a scam, what advice would you have to them?
it's a scam if you approach it from expecting you join it and expect to make money. It's not that way. The only thing the real world's going to do is teach you, and you got to work. A lot of people I see, they join and they were like, yeah, I know, I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to quit, blah, blah. I was like, why are you quitting? And they were like, oh, I think it's the scam, a Ponzi scheme. They call it Ponzi scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's going to teach you how to make money. You got to work. Like there's no secret to it. So if you're looking forward how to make money, if you want to know how to make money, join. If you don't join. If you join expecting that money's going to pop up in your bank account, it's not. So if you want to learn how to make money, if you want to learn how money works, if you want to basically have everything taught to you, everything that has to do with money, from how money works, how to actually sell to people, how to set up businesses, everything, basically everything. Once you understand that, I mean, you should be fine. But if you're not interested in doing that, if you're not interested in learning how to make money, don't join. Like, there's no secret to it.
So I'm happy with that. And for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
Yeah, so they can contact me on Twitter, LeoSyncG, and on Instagram, LeoSyncW.
Got it. We'll add those to the description of the video. And Leo, I look forward to doing a follow-up with you in a few months to see how things have scaled for you. And until then, I wish you all the best.
Okay. See you. Bye.